And until we can really sit down and do some serious research on what our diets is doing. And finally, on that illegal drug thing, there was one person in this country that brought us the problem and solved it without switching you from one drug to methadone another one, without a federal grant. And if that man would have been a white man, we would all know we had the solution. His name was Elijah Muhammad. And now you black folks know, because he took our mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, nieces and nephews, aunts and uncles and cousins, took them out the gutter, hooked to all kinds of drugs, all kinds of whiskey, all kinds of everything with pockmarked faces and bloodshot eyes. And when he gave them back to us, their faces was as smooth as velvet and their eyes was as white as snow. And they walked with a dignity like the sun would touch their head. How did he do it? Rearranged their diet. He took a Malcolm X who was a thug, a pimp, a dope addict, and a dope pusher. And when Malcolm left us, he was one of the most honest, ethical human beings that ever lived in the history of this planet. How did the old man do that? Did he send him to Harvard or Yale or MIT or Harvard University? He rearranged his diet, and he didn't do no more. And right today, we can walk across this country in the black community, and we can recognize black Muslims, not because of them bow ties and funny-looking haircuts, because of the texture of their skin and the quality of their walk and the whiteness of their eyes. And there's no trick. There was no magic. You didn't have to read nothing. You didn't have to go to school and learn it. Rearrange the diet. And all you...
It sounds your mental power, and every time you eat it, it takes away some of your beauty appearance. Your eyes become yellow and dull and red looking. You begin to take on the attributes of a pig. It's not your fault. The white man fed us this when we were slaves. We didn't know nothing about hog back in Africa. We didn't eat this nasty thing back there. We learned that since being among these rebellious devils. Y'all all right? I'm going to try to move this along real quick. God's healing power. That's what we're talking on. Well, I wish you'd get on it and get off that pig, because that's my favorite. You know, sometimes when you talk about the hog, you know, people get so angry with you. If I didn't have the guards around, maybe they'd try and hurt me. That nigga talking about my pig. And instead of you putting the pig aside, you say, I'll never go back to that place again as long as I live. If I see that so-and-so in the street, I'll cuss him out talking about my hog. That's a shame. I'm trying to take something away from your table that is literally killing you. When we stop eating the pork, honest and truthfully, this is how you can see a Muslim and say, there's a Muslim, that's a Muslim. How you know us? Our skin is bright. Our eyes are clear. We didn't just get clear because we came here to the mosque and rolled our eyes around in some holy water. We look the way we look because we've changed our way of eating. And we've changed our way of thinking. And we've changed the way we live. You don't come by the mosque and see a funeral every week. It may be years before you'll ever see a Muslim funeral. In fact, when I became a Muslim, I used to think Muslims don't die. I learned better, of course. But we just don't die like our people died. That's because we've learned by the grace of God how to live.